Good evening, everybody. This is Ivan Temlikov here. What I want to talk to you about tonight, risk more or risk nothing at all. First of all, my name is Ivan Temlikov, Chief Human Marketing Officer at Razor Sharp Digital, the world's #1 human marketing agency, where we help brands and entrepreneurs forge their digital footprint using multi-channel marketing, emotional engagement, and human-to-human business practices. If you're looking to take your business to the next level and forge a strong digital footprint, whether it's your personal brand or with your business, I want to talk with you. What I want to talk about is risk more or risk nothing at all. What am I talking about here? So the last 3 months have been some of the most challenging months that we have seen in a very long time. Let's face it, about 80% of Americans on unemployment, one of the highest unemployment rates that we have seen. Everybody that is in the 9-to-5 grind was forced to file for unemployment, collecting unemployment checks. Lots of people broke. COVID-19, lots of panic, lots of fear, right? And as a result, many people are not doing anything. Many people are not risking. Many people are not continuing to chase their dreams, their goals. Many people are even giving up, for that matter. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. Okay, because the last 3 months have been some of the most fruitful months for me thus far this year. And in fact, historically, probably the most fruitful quarter, I think, in the history of 4 years of Razor Sharp Digital in running. So with that being said, why am I talking about this? Risk more or risk nothing at all? You should risk more. You should understand that whatever it is that you are chasing, whatever goal, whatever dream, whether it's your business or your life, you need to risk more. And that is probably one of the biggest problems with people right now. A lot of people are unwilling to risk. A lot of people are unwilling to take a leap of faith. And whether it's in your life or it's in your business, guys, you have to remember something. I don't know about you, but every single successful business person that I have ran into thus far has literally given everything for the hope, no guarantee, for the hope, for the slightest chance to accomplish their goals and dreams. And this is what a lot of people are not willing to do right now, because it's better to play it safe, right? It's better to make sure that you're operating within your comfort environment because there's no risk. You know, maybe you're collecting your unemployment check, you're still getting money from the CARE Act, you know, or maybe you have some reserves if you've been able to save some cash on the side, and that's great. But that will run out. There is no growth from comfort. Growth happens from discomfort, from risk, from leap of faith. And the reason I'm talking about this is because I run across all sorts of people every day. It's actually primarily on Facebook, where they say, Ivan, I want to grow my business, or, I want to generate more leads, or this and that. And the reality of things is they're doing the same thing that they've been doing thus far, and it's not working. And they think that somehow the status quo will change if they keep doing the same thing over and over again. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. So what I mean by that is, if you've been doing certain things in life, in business, and you're not getting different results, maybe it's time to switch gears. Maybe it's time to switch up your tactics. I mean, I'll give you a prime example. So last week, while I was cycling, you may have seen my story, I happened to have a flat tire on my bike, and I love my bike. Now is the prime time of the year. It's in the summer. I love going out for 15, 20, 25 miles single outings. And I don't do it for endurance. I don't do it for the fitness sake. I do it for mind therapy, believe it or not. Cycling, road cycling, is my biggest form of mind therapy. And I've been doing it for 6 years. And So anyway, I was coming around the corner, the rear tire busted um, on um, on my bike, and so I was devastated because this is the first flat that I have had in 6 years. Talk about breaking a winning streak, right? So I had two choices right there. I had the choice of saying, okay, well, I had a flat tire. I'm giving up on cycling. No, that's not a solution. Instead, I took my bike to the shop today and getting two new tires replaced, getting it tuned up. And on the 23rd of July, almost said June, on July, I'm going to be back on the road. And meanwhile, this week, I'm working on really doubling down on gym time because I haven't really been doing a good job of doubling down on gym time for about a month. I've been cycling and I've been really focusing on nutrition, but I haven't really had much gym time. Now, why am I telling you this? Is because, okay, I have to risk and invest some money to fix my bike, or I could cave in and say, okay, I give up on cycling. Principally, it's the same thing in business. The reason why the last 3 months have been so fruitful for me, for my business, and by the way, if you haven't watched my story today, I'm looking for 3 individuals right now who are very serious about upping their business game. I will literally give you the footprint that I have used that can create thousands of dollars of additional revenue per month for your business, not to mention teach you how to prospect and generate leads in an organic way for your business. Only if you're serious, though. I only want to work with 3 people who are serious about this. If you are serious about this, let me know in the comment section or send me a message directly. Over the last 3 months, I have risked more than I wanted to. I had to take leaps of faith. And the reason I'm telling you this is because I don't think that the people out there are realizing how essential that is to growth. You cannot expect to grow if you are remaining in a comfort zone. There's no growth from a comfort zone. Growth happens from discomfort. So every time you feel uncomfortable about something, maybe your gut is telling you, you should really do this, but your mind is saying, you know what, play it safe, play it safe. Always go with your gut, always go with your heart. You will never go wrong. But that's what you need to understand. You need to take bigger risks to have bigger rewards. And this is what people are not understanding right now. You want to work your 9 to 5 job and you're comfortable with that? Great. Are you happy? Great. But if you want more out of life, more out of your business, you have to understand that you're going to have to step outside of your comfort zone. I can't begin to tell you over the last 3 years how many people I have talked to, small business owners who were afraid to take risks, that were afraid to take leaps of faith. Maybe invest into more social media marketing or invest more into enhancing the digital footprint, just really putting themselves out there more. And what would happen is 6 months, a year would go by, and I would see them doing the exact same thing on their own. It's kind of like, I hate to say I told you so, because the reality of things is I've always been notorious about disrupting, innovating, being always on the cutting edge of things. But I think a lot of entrepreneurs are struggling with that, not necessarily because they don't know that they need to take leaps of faith, but they're afraid to take leaps of faith. And so what I need you to understand is that the bigger the risks, the bigger the rewards. It's that simple. You're not going to be able to reach 6 figures or $1 million in revenue in your first year of business. Hell, not even in your second year of business, maybe in your third, fourth, or even fifth year of business. But the biggest thing at the epicenter of everything is going to be risk. You need to become comfortable with being a risk taker, being a disruptor, being an innovator, because if you're not risking, you can't expect anything in return. It's just how it works. And I don't think a lot of entrepreneurs understand that. And again, not to sit here and toot my own horn, but in the reality of things, the reason why I've seen growth in my business is because I became an even bigger proponent, practitioner of risk, just taking more risks and risking just about everything. Literally, I can't begin to tell you how many times there's been that I've literally put everything on the line that I could think of financially, emotionally, just just in hope for a bigger return. And that's what you guys need to understand. If you want bigger rewards, you need to take bigger risks. I'll give you a prime example. Something very basic. So I just talked about cycling and the fact that I've been road cycling for 6 years now, and I do it because of mind therapy. Well, every time I get to that like 14, 15, 16, even 17-mile stretch, and I start to get weak, I start to get tired. I'm exhausted. My feet hurt, my calves are worn. By that time I've probably exhausted my water, my drink that I have, and I don't want to stop. I don't want to stop. I want to keep going, and you know, so my gut says keep going, but my mind is telling me to stop. And I'm sitting here. I have really two choices, right? Is this if I want to grow, if I want to improve my own record, I need to keep going. I need to push myself. And that's what you guys need to understand. You've got to push yourself continuously, no matter what. It's better to push yourself continuously than not doing it at all. And that's what it takes. You have to push yourself. You have to risk more. You have to take more chances on things. That is the only way you're going to be able to level up. Leveling up doesn't happen from being comfortable or doing the same things over and over. Honestly, every single day, the one thing that I continuously look for is how can I level up? How can I do something different? How can I take another risk? How can I learn a new skill? How can I connect with more like-minded people? These are all risks, or, spending money. Like, I'm about to invest more money into targeted advertising. And honestly, for the most part, I know that is a big risk. I have done that before. Obviously, with my company, Razor Sharp Digital, we also do paid advertising like Facebook ads and Google ads and Twitter ads, for different companies. But doing it for my own business, I know that it's a risk, and maybe because it's too personal and too emotional for me. But I know it's a risk that I need to take. And that's what you guys need to understand. You need to be able to take risks. You'll have to take risks. It's essential to growth. There is no growth by being comfortable. So you have to risk it. And yes, I talked about this in my TV interview. I just want to share this with you guys, which, by the way, you can watch my TV interview on my personal website, ivantemolkov.com, or on my YouTube channel as well. And when I was asked the question, so is it true that you risked everything for the hope of accomplishing goals and dreams? And my answer was yes. And the interviewer was extremely surprised because she couldn't believe that that someone would risk so much. And that's what I want you guys to understand, is that without risk, there is no growth. Without discomfort, there is no growth. Without leap of faith, there is no growth. I talked about it earlier today, that leap of faith is something that is essential to everything that we do in life and in business. You have to take a leap of faith. And if you're not okay with a leap of faith, then you're going to have a very hard time being an entrepreneur, let alone a business owner. Because I think a lot of entrepreneurs and business owners specifically are looking for guarantees. Guarantees that if I do X, then I'm going to get Y. Sure, I think fundamentally that makes sense. If you invest money into something, that you're going to get a return on investment, right? But in the reality of things, there is no guarantee. There's no guarantee that you're going to get a 100% ROI, let alone a 50% ROI. And that's actually one of the biggest misconceptions, I think, with entrepreneurs and small business owners is just that if they spend X amount of marketing, that they're going to get, a certain result. It's sort of those expectations. And yes, you should be getting something in return, but there is no guarantees of how much of that you're going to get. So, the biggest thing that I want to share with you guys is to understand the importance of risk, and that you have to risk. You have to take chances, and you have to be optimistic and positive in doing that. Negativity and skepticism will never get you anywhere. It's positivity and optimism. In fact, stepping outside of your comfort zone. If you've been comfortable for too long, you're not growing. You're slowly dying. I can guarantee that, because you're not doing anything different. You're just doing the same things over and over again. And sure, if things are working, that's great, but you're still not doing anything different to be growing, because you keep doing the same things over and over and over and over and over again. If you want to level up your business, if you're serious about it, I want to talk to you. I will share the exact gameplay that I've played over the last 3 months that has resulted in more relationships, more revenue, higher retention with client base, and more happiness ultimately. Money's not going to bring you happiness, but it's certainly going to make your life a little bit easier. I can guarantee you that. And if that's something that you've been looking for, I definitely want to chat with you. And the reason that I do these lives is because I want to talk to those of you out there who are the risk takers, the innovators, the disruptors, those of you who are looking to take your business to the next level. If you're serious about it, you're fed up with all the bullshit out there and all the fluff. Let's face it, a lot of modern marketing is a lot of hype. It's a lot of fabrication and intended for you to just spend your money. But where you invest, how you spend, how you grow, how you learn new tactics and strategies, that is what I want to help you with. And I'm specifically talking about your marketing initiatives to take your business to the next level. I hope you guys enjoyed this live. If you did, let me know in the comment section below. I would love to chat with you if you have any questions about anything. Remember, you have to risk in order to grow. There is no growth from comfort. Growth only comes from being uncomfortable and unlocking new opportunities and new challenges. Hope you guys have a great rest of your evening. Thank you so much for joining me this evening, and I will talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.